Good morning. I'm out here on the balcony. Isn't it wonderful? Oh, there's a chickadee. He's heard me. He wants to be fed. Hello. So, I've been sitting here and I was thinking maybe I should sit down, but I'm in the middle of things now, so I want to show you. So, I've been sitting here in this chair. Turn it around. Okay, so I have a chair there. And I'm sitting there and the snow is melting off the roof. And you see how it's dropping there? Well, it's been dropping and falling right here. And then it makes this beautiful little fountain. And if I sit back here and I'm just outside of the sun, oh dear, I have so many things I got. Wait, did you see it? Let me zoom in a bit now. It's right over here, right? Now, watch that droplet when it falls and splashes. Look at that. It's like fireworks. The pattern in it, every single one of them is in the same arch. Well, no, they're not. They're all in appropriate arches. Some are in higher and some are in lower, and they're all exactly right. They go in exactly the right place, up and over and down, and they're not random. There's a real pattern, depending on the depth of the water, the speed of the droplet, because every droplet that lifts off is propelled by the energy of gravity, right? Of the gravity that the drop fell, gravity hit it. I mean, the speed of gravity made it hit the spot, which has got a little puddle there now. Every time it hits, it makes this beautiful little splash. But it's so fast. Is it great? I mean, can you see it? Should I move forward? Let me get closer. I'm gonna move things around here. But you know, time is also of the essence because as the sun moves, oh, I gotta not do this in the sun. Are you in the sun? No, you're out of the sun. I'm in the sun. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Can you even see them anymore? This is not as, it's not working as well, is it? It was just the right angle. Oh, there, that's better. Look at that, see? It's a pattern. If I could stop this, when I'm making the video, I'll see if I could pause it but every time you pause it, all that stuff comes up on the screen. Take photos as I'm doing it. I was thinking about gravity and how it makes things like this happen. I was thinking, what if there were no gravity? What if suddenly gravity let go? If gravity turned off, what would happen? Everything on the earth would lift off. We'd all just start floating upward. And everything in the house, and every house, and everything that wasn't attached would lift off. And it would be total chaos. Everything would be everywhere. Fruit basket turnover. Somebody was telling me about the definition of chaos, and I couldn't figure what exactly they meant because it didn't sound like what I thought chaos was. I always thought chaos is Well, I guess a randomness, lots of stuff happening, too much noise, too much stuff everywhere. Isn't this cool? It's just like fireworks, only it's too fast. But it was all dropping in this one place before, and now the drop has moved over. But look, it's back. I'm sorry you've had to wait so long to get a good view of this. Isn't that amazing? So in between each one, where the drop falls, it then splits, and it bounces all of those other particles up. So I was going to count them, and I thought, I bet there's equal amounts on this side as there are on that side. So I thought what if I could count them? And so I tried counting them. And then I found that, what if I took a piece of paper, and I had the piece of paper here. Let me show you. So if I had the piece of paper, and if I held it here in the corner, when the drop falls, it's creating icicles. When the drop falls and it splashes, half of it or almost half of it will splash onto my piece of paper. So I'm going to try that. Now let's see if I can put you somewhere so you can watch this great process which is about to unfold. Let's see now, where are we? Who knows? We can't see anything because of our wonderful sunshine. All right. Tell where you're seeing. Okay. Are we there? I can't tell. Okay. I'm going to get a piece of paper here with our experiment. I need one piece. Okay, so. Okay, so it splashed. Okay, so we now have how many drops are on half of that splash. So I'll count them now. Ooh, and it's interesting now. I bet that there's going to be a pattern of the tiny, it appears that really tiny ones are out to the outside, bigger ones are into the center. And they're in a cluster. It's kind of like the outfield when you're playing baseball. Okay, so there's 3 big ones, but there's also 3 little tiny ones. And then there's 3 medium ones, and another one, and a really tiny one, tiny. If you start really looking at this, as these water droplets soak into this paper, which is a very interesting kind of paper actually, they don't seem to be soaking in. You would think they would. And then there would be brown spots, and you could see them, and you could discern between the relative size of all the spots. You could see the scatter pattern. So a scatter pattern, I don't know anything about a scatter pattern. Look at that, there's something new happening up there. I think somebody put a deck on. What a great idea. Always need a deck. A roof, I need a roof with roofs over this. Anyway, we'll do that later. So, you want to see this? Pretty hard to tell what's going on here, but let's see if we can show you. I have to turn you around now again and make you smaller, make everything go away. And then, is that the turnaround spot? That's the X, that'll turn you off. Nope, that's the wrong one. Is it over here? There, I think you turned around now. Okay, so here's the paper. Can you see the scatter pattern at all? And let them soak in the sun. So you can see them a bit if you got the sun on the right angle. There you go. So every time it falls, it's making, oh, look, oh, isn't this easier? Oh my gosh, Nancy, you are so slow. There is a scatter pattern. I don't think that ice is going to fit under there. Nope. So I just from the scatter pattern, moving ice. Thought I would try and move all this ice off of here, all this snow, and then I would be able to come out here and it would pretend like it's summer, because it's amazing when you have a deck that doesn't have any snow on it. It's like summertime. But it doesn't matter that it's spring or that spring is coming. That's not as important as just enjoying today. As long as I'm enjoying today, then everything's good. Okay, so that was my scatter pattern thing. It's much easier to see it when I just sat here and enjoyed it. Wait for it. There. If I put my piece of paper under there, I could catch the entire scatter pattern. This is the one that's already got a scatter pattern on it. And that is a dirty piece of paper. It's interesting paper. It looks like it's made, it looks like it's woven, or I don't know, the pattern looks different than just paper, I think. I think it's drawing paper or something. Okay, now, we'll stay right here. I'll put it under my chin. I hope you can see what we're supposed to see. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's one drop, and look, it only scattered a very little bit. Interesting. Ah, so it just made a splat. There was one just made a splat with a tiny little scatter. But if I put it here, there, it's scattered, and now I've got all the little scatters. They're very tiny little droplets. It says low battery. Tiny little droplets. Oh, that's already turned to ice. Let's do it again. It's not water paper. It's waterproof. I mean, not watercolor. No! Stop. Yeah, we don't want to do it that way anyway, do we? So there those are. Let's take it inside, see if we can see it better inside. Here we are back in this room. I'm moving in here, moving the stuff out and putting other stuff in. So let's see. You see these little tiny ones? Let me see if there's one here. And here. And then look at all these, because this is really close to where it was. I'll see if I have a pen in my pocket. I have a pen on my chair. Get all this off soon. Okay, let's go back inside. It's cold out there. Cold, you know. I gotta bring all that paper in. Don't want that to get wrecked. Okay, so I'm gonna make a little bunch of marks. I hope these are not all gone. I keep going into the dot. These are the droplets. It's like fabric paper. Very interesting paper. Okay, is that all of them? Yeah, I guess so. So that was the scatter pattern. Well, is it really? Is this one here? This paper is very, very unusual. It's kind of linen paper or something. Anyway, so that was what I was going to show you. The scatter pattern from that thing, from gravity. I thought gravity was it was interesting to watch gravity not in effect, in action. Here, let me show you this. I took off the screens from this windows. Isn't this a gorgeous view? Isn't that something? Boy, it's going to be nice when I wash the windows. It's going to be really nice. But, you know, you could never see anything. Look at this. Isn't that terrible? I have a squeegee, though, that will reach, and I can pull it. I can open the window and then just squeegee it. It's going to be okay. I can do this. I've got it. And I've got my table up and the counter. So I'm going to have like storage against the wall of the different kinds of things. So I'll have like I'll have the plants along this side, of course. I think the table will be with the plants. So this whole side, I think, is going to be pretty amazing. But that corner will be the most because that's the south. So this really faces, that's kind of east there. So the corners of our house face east, northwest, and south. I can't take this screen off because I'm going to have to open this window sometimes. I don't think it's locked. I don't think so. Let's see if I can open it. Oh well. Anyway, so this bed is coming out. Now, I can't really empty a whole room and then start with it empty and fill it the right way. It won't work. So anyway, this bed will come out of that area. I think the bed will go over in this area. This behind the door can be, but eventually I'd like the bed to be in Desmond's room. So a lot of things are moved now, and we have some leftovers. The mattress on this bed was from the basement at my mother's, and I guess it smells, so it has to go outside in the sun. Look, it's sunny. So I could put it outside every time it's sunny. If I have a place to put it and keep it outside, I could cover it when it's not sunny. Anyway, they smell because of the basement, right? The moldy, sticky smell. So this used to be the guest room. So I was thinking of putting the bed in here. So maybe what I could do is just put the bed in here and take this bed out. These mattresses don't smell good. They shouldn't be in here for a child. So let me get rid of those mattresses so they can go downstairs. Oh dear, actually they should go out in this room and then out onto the balcony in the sun. That's the simple way. And then I could bring the other bed, the big bed that's in there, I could bring that in here. And then this could be Desmond's room, and he would have the big bed, which would then be the guest room when he's not here. I think that works really well. Of course, then I have these, I guess that'll have to be stored, the headboard. Anyway, okay, so that's that. This is the thing I have for my plants. I'm going to set up the table. Hey, I should set up the table right now. Okay, I'll get back to work. And, I have to stop this and start a new one, okay? All right, goodbye.